Lurking somewhere, if you're not talking today, is including recognizing emotional behavior of people and building that into a learning system. So that's the agenda for day one, where we talk about all these things. I then come in again to talk a little bit about live learning. And Manoj gives us lots of demonstrations, and Anila and Lavdi will talk about some implementing of live learning. And so that's the kind of thing that we will be talking about. So gaming, thing and so on. Tomorrow, we actually take on to the other part, the whole issues of it. So what is an educated person? What would education mean like? And we end up with trying to say what's the future of education. We again have a few quick presentations about certain things that people have done. Sandeep Srivastava has talked about what is called the good school, which is guaranteed overall development. So very interesting acronym for good, and somebody else talks about the truth school, and we have some other stuff. So 2 days together gives us a fairly good idea about how we can move upon this. We're not talking future, we're not talking implants in your brain which will get you to learn things by yourself, etc. We're talking 5 years from now, what we can actually do. It's very interesting because the government is also busy making a 12th 5-year plan. And from this March onward they'll have it. But the government's 5-year plan has nothing to do with where the world is moving. Government's 5-year plan is within the walls of the Yojana Bhavan. What has not done, what the British failed to do, what the first generation failed to do, they continue to churn numbers, continue to kill, as the rest of the world hasn't changed. Our 5-year plan is about the changes that have happened and how the world of education is changing, and we are looking at it largely as the response of teachers, educators and academics towards this. So that's the general agenda of the program. I am really thankful to all of you who have come here, because this is not a government sponsored program. It's really to that extent very independent. We have no major corporate sponsors or any such thing. So it is not Intel's agenda or somebody else's agenda, etc. This is basically, hopefully, evolve into a teacher's agenda. And why am I saying that? Because in the year 2009, the Nobel Prize for Economics went to a lady called Elinor Ostrom from University of Indiana, Bloomington, Indiana, and she demonstrated in high quality work, which was worth of a Nobel Prize, that many projects are better done by the community than either the government or the corporate. Now, neither government nor corporate wants to talk about it. She was here in a seminar at 50. Nobody from education, nobody of any significance was there. Jairam Ramesh was there as forest minister because they could only see forest produce and tribal things as community thing. Education is the most important community thing. And community of educators are the most important community for change. So that's what we are looking at. So let me quickly get onto this, and I don't know, self-regulation is what everybody is talking about, so I also remind myself. Let me quickly run you through this presentation. And so the general thing that starts from is that I said that I'm not talking science fiction, I'm not talking what will happen one day, I'm talking of here and now. So this is the Horizon report, which is funded by HP and others and so on. Akash, come in front. Why you are now a household name in Super's tablet and everybody thinks what is this? Yeah. So what does this report say? It looks at all kinds of technologies and sees its use for education. Now, if you look at people, they will tell you augmented reality, Q-code, they will say this, that, virtual reality, all kinds of things are talked about as having a potential in education. Practically everything has a potential in education. But these people have gone through and summarized as to what is it that we can see happen within the next 2 years, what is 2 years from there, and then what is another 5 years. So this, in a sense, is a 5-year plan for educators who want to get involved with technology, and cloud computing and mobile devices is like here and now. Now, cloud computing is primarily a technical thing. I mean, we as users have nothing to do. We just use the cloud. Who supplies what price? Is it something for the IT companies, whether they try to put servers, etc. with you, or say, okay, for so many rupees per student per day, you get all